Hello everybody and welcome to another reading vlog. Hello everybody, long time no see, even though I feel like I say that every time I make a video lately. Today's Tuesday, I have a random day off and I decided to film a little vlog for you guys. I had intended to do this vlog over Valentine's Day because I also had Valentine's Day off, but then I ended up having workers in my house and it just wasn't a very conducive environment to filming. But I have a collection of graphic novels that I've taken out from work and I decided to spend the last day of the month reading them all. They're all queer and they're all young adult, I believe. So I think it's going to be a fun time. They're going to be very quick and simple, or simple in the sense that it won't take me long to read. They'll be quick. And I'm very excited to do this. I haven't done a vlog with you guys in a long time, as you know, but I'm really wanting to get back into booktube. I miss it. Even though I feel very drained from work and not in a bad way, but just every time I come home I feel like just playing Animal Crossing or Stardew or watching the X-Files lately. And I haven't felt like vlogging. I've been reading but haven't felt like vlogging, so I'm hoping that this will help fix that. Without further ado, let me show you the books I'm planning on reading. Okay. So my stack is about 5 books long, and a few of these are quintessential queer graphic novels that I just haven't read yet. So I saw them all available at work and I jumped on it. I grabbed them all. And the first one of those is again iconic, and that is The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. This, again, I don't know a ton about it except for again, what the title implies. Let me just read you the description. It says, Paris at the dawn of the modern age. Prince Sebastian is looking for a bride, or rather, his parents are looking for one for him. Sebastian's too busy hiding his secret life from everyone. At night, he puts on daring dresses and takes Paris by storm as the fabulous Lady Crystalia, the hottest fashion icon in the world capital of fashion. Sebastian's secret weapon is his brilliant dressmaker, Francis, his best friend and one of only 2 people who know the truth. Sometimes this boy wears dresses. But Francis dreams of greatness, and being someone's secret weapon means being a secret. Forever. How long can Frances defer her dreams to protect her friend? Jen Wang weaves an exuberantly romantic tale of identity, young love, art, and family. A fairy tale for any age. The Prince and the Dressmaker will steal your heart. And the art in this is stunning. I like that it's full color. As much as I love the trend of graphic novels going in a kind of black and white and or single color palette style, I'm excited to read one that's got full color. So I think this is going to be a really great start. And I'm very excited about it. On a similar note, I've spent this morning cleaning up my entire apartment because, long story short, the landlord's selling the house, so we had to have a photographer come in today and take photos of my apartment, which was very uncomfortable for me, but I had to get the place clean, so I did that. And I listened to the audiobook of Chlorine Sky. As you guys know, when you saw my, if you saw my journal setup video, I have kind of monthly goals that I try to hit. Those being to read a manga or graphic novel, something with poetry, something nonfiction, something audiobook, something from the backlist, and a new release. I added new releases because I do staff picks at work, and staff picks, as they are right now, according to the Readers Advisory Committee, need to have been published in the last 2 years. So, new releases. Anyway, I try and read one of every one of those every single month. And so I realized yesterday that the month was ending and I hadn't read anything with poetry in it. So I just searched Libby for audiobooks that were poetic, and I came across Chlorine Sky by Mahogany L. Brown. I'd never read this before. I'd never seen it before, but I looked and I saw a bunch of my friends had really enjoyed it according to Goodreads. It was only a 2-hour-long audiobook and written in verse, YA, telling the story of Sky, who loves basketball and is has this kind of coming of age story. It's focusing very much on young female friendships and friendships that do not grow from middle school to high school and as individuals grow. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the audiobook. I listened to it very fast while I was doing my cleaning, and I think it was a really great listen. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it really dealt well with the very, very perilous nature of young female friendships, especially in high school. It made me think a lot about friends that I had in elementary school that did not make it into high school, and it made me very grateful for the friends I did find that actually shared some interests with me and actually were kind and, you know, had been able to grow out of their middle school personalities. I thought despite its being so short, it was really impactful and very powerful. I love the narration, especially like at the beginning when Sky is talking about how she was kind of ridiculed for the way she speaks, and it makes her sound distrustworthy. They say that she takes so many pauses in her speech patterns that it makes people question their validity, and she tends to repeat things back to them quite often. So when somebody asks them a question, it's hard for her to lie. The audiobook took a similar pattern. There were many deliberate pauses, and it kind of made the spoken word aspect of it and the verse aspect of it really impactful, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so that was what I did this morning. And I'm really excited to read all these freaking graphic novels. It's going to be a great time. If I finish all these tonight, I'm also going to potentially continue this vlog into the rest of the week. If I finish these tonight, I have two more books that I'm supposed to finish by the end of today. But both of them are book club books, and both of them have discussions / live shows at the end of this week. So technically I have for the end of the week to read them. But one of them is Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun by El Cosimano. That's for the Literally Dead book club. Or The Marrow Thieves by Sherry Demelaine. I think that's how you say her name. I need to look into that. I will confirm that before the end of the day. And that is my like in-person virtual friend group's book club pick for February. So I missed the last few discussions with my book club, and it's driven me crazy, but this weekend I'm finally gonna be able to make it. So I have those two to read as well, which I might try and get to tonight. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I might just play Stardew, who knows. But regardless, I am about to go make myself a cup of tea and get myself situated on that chair over there and get some reading done. Come join me. Okay, so I'm about halfway through The Prince and the Dressmaker, and this is so bloody adorable. I can't get over it. I'm obsessed. It's so cute. I'm literally just over the halfway point, and like there's starting to be some pining and some adorableness, and all the fashion and the designs and everything are stunning, and I can see why this has become like a classic graphic novel. I'm obsessed with it already, and I love it. I love everything about it. I love Francis. I love Sebastian. I love their characters and their interactions and their friendship. It's so cute. I just finished. That was so cute. Immediately after I updated you guys the last time, it literally just took a turn, and I kind of expected it, but I didn't expect it, and then I was really sad. I was crying, and then it kept going in ways I didn't expect it to go. But that ending was absolutely perfect. I'm so excited. This was 100% 5 stars. I'm obsessed with it. This was such a good idea for today, because now my mood is so uplifted. This was fantastic. Yeah, highly recommend. Everybody go read this. This was fantastic. I just want to keep saying, I think the thing that I enjoyed the most about this was that it wasn't like, it was a really great discussion of like both gender fluidity and just gender presentation and representation, and how gender norms and gender binaries aren't necessarily set in stone and can be molded and shaped however you feel. I think it was really great. Again, relationships and friendships, especially between Sebastian and Francis, and I think having those two have such a strong relationship without judgment was just really beautiful and helped inspire the rest of the story. And I'm like really, really, really happy with it. So yeah. I think next up is going to be a shorter one, and I'm going to read 12th Grade Night. I think I'm really excited about this. Okay, but who's gonna tell me this was set in like a magic school? There's fairies and a ghost of Mr. Polonius. I can't fucking even get over this. This is fantastic already. I'm obsessed. Like, what? That was the best surprise I could have had. I love so much that the character of Puck from Midsummer Night's Dream is wearing a t-shirt. If it will focus. Cordelia and Portia and Beatrice and Juliet and Desdemona. This is my Shakespeare-loving heart's fucking dream. This series needs to go on forever, and also, Maria is my favorite. That is all. Good morning, everybody. So, I was just going through my phone, and I realized I never finished this vlog, so I'm gonna do it right now. I'm saddened to tell you that it is like the 22nd of March, so it's been weeks since I last was filming. And I still have one more book that I need to read. I still have to read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, but first let me go over the last two books I did read. So I was just in the middle of reading 12th Grade Night when I was last speaking to you, and it was my favorite one I've read in a long time, my favorite graphic novel I've read in a long time. I absolutely adored it. I think this was such a perfect way to retell a Shakespeare play, specifically 12th Night. It has so much angst and drama already built into it while being hilarious that it's the perfect rom-com, aka the perfect high school setting, or the perfect story for a high school setting. I absolutely fucking loved it. Vi was a fabulous characterization of the classic character. I loved her relationship with both her brother, and seeing them separated because of a choice to be separate, which was like pretty much one-sided on Sebastian's part, and seeing them come together and finally speak to each other and gain a little bit of independence. That was fantastic. I loved the miscommunication because it was a really well done way for Olivia to get in contact with Sebastian and think she's talking to Vi. Like, I think they did that really well, and they brought that together really well. I think it was great. I think they did a really good job. I think it was perfect. I'm honestly so happy with it. I loved the queer rep. I loved the discussions of gender and sexuality. I think it was really well suited for a high school setting, especially a modern high school setting, like a recent high school setting. I think it was really realistic. Not that I'm in high school right now, but you know. But overall, I just loved it. The art style was stunning. I showed you a little bit of it. It was so colorful and so pretty. And again, I loved the magical setting adding to it. It was really pretty. I like really want them to do a Midsummer Night's Dream now. But especially considering they already have Puck in the school. But anyway, I really, really enjoyed it, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. And then I don't know if I got any footage at all of me reading this, but I ended up reading Donuts and Doom, and I really liked it. I didn't love it as much as the rest of them. I gave it 3 stars, mostly just because I think the story was a little bit underdeveloped. I loved the art style, but I really didn't like the kind of like anti-meet cute that the main characters had. I did not enjoy the way that they met. I didn't think it was as endearing as I think it was meant to be. It really put a bad taste in my mouth for the main character. I really didn't like her after that, so it didn't do it for me, unfortunately. I enjoyed the magic style. I thought it was interesting. I liked the world, and I liked the love interest. Like, I loved I'm so sorry, I don't even remember her name. I loved the one who's in the band. But yeah, again, I liked the queer story. I just didn't love one of the characters, so it kind of ruined it for me a little bit, but I gave it 3 stars. And it was a really good time. But yeah, so now I am up to my last graphic novel for this vlog, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Rosemary Valero O'Connell. I've heard really great things about this. I don't know a whole lot about the actual story, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna just fly through it and tell you my thoughts. So, I read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, which, by the way, I accidentally only read the illustrator's name last time. It's by Mariko Tamaki. She wrote the story. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I don't think I liked it very much. The art style's stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Again, you guys know this about me. I love the style where it's just black and white with a single color as a highlight throughout it. You see it in Bloom, you see it in Heartstopper. This one uses pink, and it's actually beautiful. I don't know if I'm very happy with the actual story. Like, most of the book, I was just mad. Like, I was just mad at the characters. Like, Laura Dean's an asshole. And, like, the relationship was just so incredibly unhealthy and toxic, and that was most of the story. Like, I can understand why people would want to read this or encourage younger people to read this so that they can kind of, like, see an example of a shitty relationship, but I don't know if I enjoyed it at all. I mean, I liked the ending. There's definitely some harder things in this, so definitely make sure you look at the trigger warnings on Storygraph before you take a peek at it, which I didn't do, but, like, there was a really tough conversation that was happened at the end, but I think was handled very, very well. But I hated the way that Freddie treated her friends. I hated the way she treated strangers. I hated the way she treated herself in this entire story. Like, up until the very end, like, it just made me sad. Like, as somebody who's, like, had a fair share of toxic relationships between friends and, like, whatever, it just made me sad. So I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm giving it like a 2 stars, honestly. And the 2 stars are for the ending and the art style. I'm really disappointed, actually. I'm really disappointed. This makes me sad. I wish that this was a better ending for the vlog, but I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. I'm glad I read it, and I'm glad that I've read this kind of, like, iconic piece of queer media, but yeah, no, not a fan. Also, like, a lot of the side characters felt really flat to me. Like, I didn't get a chance to care about any of them very much. So, like, I don't even think they mentioned the best friend's name until 3/4 of the way through the book. So, I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, that's about it for that, which kind of sucks. Anyway, I don't even know. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. It was very weird, very random, but I had a really good time with most of these books. I'm glad that I decided to take a couple days over the last few months of dreary winter to read something kind of light and fluffy. And yeah, that's gonna be about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I apologize for the lack of videos, but anybody who is here and who watched to the end, I really do appreciate you all very, very much. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it really does help support. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I put out periodically some videos about books, reading, and writing. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.